Now, from NBC 10 News.
A tentative deal may keep 40,000 people on the job. An update on an I-Team exclusive. And already 4 candidates are lining up for a chance for a seat in Congress.
Live from NBC 10 Studios, Southern New England's news leader. This is the team you trust. NBC 10 News at 11.
And we begin with more on the developing story we first brought you tonight at 6. Good evening, everyone. I'm Barbara Moore-Silva. There is a tentative agreement tonight between Stop & Shop and its 5 unions that cover Southern New England. The Quincy-based supermarket chain announced it had a tentative deal with each of the United Food and Commercial Workers Locals, which represents nearly 40,000 workers. Contract talks began in January, with the key areas being wages, health care, and pensions. In a prepared statement, Stop & Shop said, in part, our goal during the negotiations was to reach fair agreements that will allow us to continue to provide good jobs to our associates and serve our customers for many years to come. Jim Riley, a spokesman for Local 328, said his membership will see and vote on the contract at 3 different times. He would not make a prediction on the outcome of the vote. Local 328 covers Stop & Shop workers in Rhode Island, Bristol, Barnstable, and Plymouth counties in Massachusetts, and Eastern Connecticut. And Electric Boat is retaining 39 workers who were slated for layoffs. The Day of New London is also reporting nearly 400 others will keep their jobs longer than expected. EB says submarine repair work that was scheduled for early in 2010 has now been shifted to mid-year. Some of the employees who were to lose their jobs in April may now stay through August. Now, 2 pleasure boats are destroyed in a New Bedford marina tonight, and a bridge under construction may have hindered the firefighting efforts. Crews say 2 boats were on fire before 8:30 tonight, but responding fire trucks had to go around the New Bedford-Fairhaven Bridge, which is closed for construction this weekend. Firefighters had to go up to Coggeshall Street in order to reach the boats. When they arrived, the 2 pleasure craft were fully involved. Efforts were made to save the surrounding boats. No injuries are being reported. In Connecticut, state police are looking for a driver who fled the scene of a fatal crash on Route 95 this morning. Troopers say a 10-year-old Lincoln cut in front of a trailer truck in Stratford. The semi jackknifed and rolled over, killing the truck driver. The driver of the Lincoln got away on foot. An update now on a story the I-Team has been following for you for months. More federal motions are filed in a questionable annuities operation involving a prominent lawyer and investor. Joseph Caramadre is accused of arranging annuity investments using Southern New England patients who are near death. The I-Team broke this story last month. Caramadre is the target of a grand jury criminal investigation. He's also being sued by at least 2 insurance companies. Caramadre denies any wrongdoing. The first hearing on the civil complaints is slated for next Monday, March 15th, in federal court. Operation Deception has impacted 7 Providence police officers. 3 were arrested on drug-related charges, and 4 more officers were assigned to desk duty. NBC 10's Mario Hilario caught up with both Providence Mayor David Cicilline and the Democrat running against Cicilline for Congress. Mario reports tonight from Pawtucket.
Violated the public trust. They've disgraced this department, but it can't undo the great and hard work of the men and women of this department.
Really nice when you... Providence Mayor David Cicilline speaking to us from the Pawtucket St. Patrick's Day Parade Saturday, reiterating his harsh words for the officers arrested in a drug investigation. And after this exchange on the radio Friday...
I've been told you walked his wife down the aisle when they got married. Is that true?
Yes, I think I did watch them down the aisle.
He had this to say about his relationship to one of the suspects, Sergeant Stephen Gonzalez, the mayor's former driver.
He's married to a woman I have known for many, many years who works for me.
Did you ever socialize with him, friendly with him? No.
Cicilline told me he stands by his police chief, Colonel Dean Esserman.
This is a department that investigates itself, polices itself, holds people accountable, disciplines, terminates, and criminally charges police officers.
As for political fallout now that he's running for Congress,
I'm sure people will try to use it politically. You know, this is the season where people will try to take advantage of it. I understand that. I expect that. I think what's most important and what my biggest priority is to ensure that the public understands the great work of the hardworking men and women of the police. It's about the department.
Cicilline's Democratic opponent, Bill Lynch, also at the parade Saturday. We asked him what impact, if any, he thinks this could have on the race.
And the people of the 1st District, I think, will make their own decisions based on the candidate candidates and their history and their experience and what they would bring to that office.
Mario Clario, NBC 10 News.
And the team you trust also placed calls to Republican State Representative John Laughlin, who's also running for Congress, but we have been unable to reach him today. Well, it didn't take long for candidates to start indicating their interest in William DELAHUNT'S congressional seat. The veteran Democrat announced Thursday he would step down in November after 7 terms on Capitol Hill. DELAHUNT says his reasons for leaving were personal, not political. Republicans are hoping they can grab a seat in Congress. Sandwich State Rep Jeff Perry formally launched his campaign yesterday. Former GOP State Treasurer Joe Malone plans to kick off his run for Congress later this month. On the Democratic side, State Senator Robert O'Leary of Barnstable told the Boston Globe he's running, and Norfolk County District Attorney William Keating is said to be considering a run. And at least 2 other Democratic state reps are thinking of getting into the crowded field for DELAHUNT's seat. Well, a how-to on running for political office today. Operation Clean Government holding its 5th biennial candidate school.
Know who your voters are and get them out to vote on Election Day.
You could call it Campaigning 101. Politician wannabes hoping to gain some insight on how to run a successful campaign.
I'll be running for a state rep seat, District 31 in North Kingstown.
Doreen Costa, like so many others here, wanting to know where to begin. State Rep Deborah Ruggiero says, begin by running a positive campaign.
I felt that if people voted for Deborah Ruggiero, it was because they wanted me. Okay, not because I was going to say anything about someone else that was not positive. And at the end of the day, it proved fortunate because I did win. I won 6 out of 6 precincts.
And I would suggest you get a map of your district and mark off each street that you've walked with a colored markers and know the boundaries of your district. As simple as that sounds, you'd be amazed at how many candidates are campaigning in somebody else's district.
I'm actually learning a lot. It's really interesting, so I'm excited. I'm also taking another class on campaigning and branding yourself and how to, read the map out where you're going to walk to win. I've already got a campaign manager. I've got a very large team ready to go.
Well, according to the folks from Operation Clean Government, its alum include Rhode Island Governor Don Carcieri and Providence Mayor David Cicilline.
Hey, and today was a good day for a walk. Temperatures on average about 15 degrees above where they're supposed to be. 44 is the average high for this time of the year. 27 the low. We're going to be above average again tomorrow. Check it out on Storm Team 10 Viper Sweepers on. That means from the radar site, no precipitation coming down. It's 41 at the airport in Newport. Same on Block Island and Groton, 36 in Worcester, southeastern Mass, upper 30s to low 40s right now. We are going to be smooth sailing again tomorrow. Look at the little twist in the atmosphere of Minneapolis, Omaha, St. Louis. That first area of low pressure is going to dry up, but it's another one that will work its way across the United States. That could bring some inclement weather. I'll let you know when this fine stretch of spring weather is coming up. And also, hey, L.A. tomorrow, got the Oscars. I've got some video on the forecast for out there, too, for all those walking the red carpet tomorrow. Our 7-day forecast here in a few minutes.
Thank you, RJ. A new theory tonight as to what may have caused the Connecticut power plant explosion. Also, Massachusetts takes action to stop bullying in schools. And later on, dogs, cats, and their owners in competition.
Closed captioning on NBC 10 is brought to you by Cardi's Furniture Superstores, offering same-day mattress delivery 7 days a week.
Iraqi voters go to the polls tomorrow for the country's second nationwide election. The vote is considered a key test of democracy. Since the first election 5 years ago, violence is down and U.S. troops have mostly vanished from the streets. Well, the Massachusetts Senate takes up an anti-bullying bill next week. The push for the legislation gained momentum after 2 teens in Western Mass committed suicide. Both had allegedly been tormented by classmates. The bill would not only prohibit bullying at schools, it would also crack down on so-called cyberbullying by prohibiting the use of emails, text messages, internet postings, and other electronic ways to create a hostile school environment for others. A federal agency is now investigating whether fatigue played a role in last month's power plant explosion in Connecticut. 6 workers were killed at the Clean Energy Systems plant in Middletown. The plant was still under construction. Various reports say some workers were on the job 7 days a week and some were working 12-hour days. The fatal blast ignited while workers were using natural gas to clean out gas lines. Still ahead, St. Patrick's Day a week and a half early. And John Lackey makes his first mound appearance for the Sox. Joe Piata tells us how he did later in sports.
Can you tell the difference between Dish Network HD and DirecTV?
They both look the same.
What if I told you that Dish Network has more HD channels available and costs less?
That's a huge difference.
Enormous.
Call, visit, or go online today. Dish Network.
When you work as hard as I do, you need a good night's sleep. I've slept on Serta mattresses for years, and now I have my own Trump home mattress collection with Serta. Bring the Trump lifestyle home. It's a luxury you can absolutely afford.
That's Trump. What do you think?
Gotta love the hair. Save $400 during Cardi's grand opening event.
Trump Home. Firma plush. Queen set is $7.99.
Now available exclusively at Cardi's Furniture.
George Washington Medical Center across from the Lincoln Mall has all the top doctors in northern Rhode Island, all in one location, and is your home for primary care. With board-certified primary care, Dr. Frank D'Alessandro and Associates, Dr. Cheryl Flynn for pediatrics, Lincoln Radiology, Cardiovascular Associates of Rhode Island, and East Coast Primary Care, Dr. Afsan Nasseri. George Washington Medical Center in Lincoln, Rhode Island. Top doctors and your home for primary care.
I've had asthma for 12 years.
6 years.
I've had asthma forever.
I never knew why my asthma symptoms kept coming back. Or that I could help prevent them in the first place.
The problem was that my controller medicine
was treating only one main cause of asthma symptoms.
But there are two: airway constriction and inflammation.
Unlike most controllers, Advair treats both main causes.
Advair treats both main causes.
And that helps prevent symptoms in the first place.
Advair contains salmeterol. Salmeterol may increase the chance of asthma-related death, so Advair is not for asthma that's well controlled on another controller medicine. Advair will not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be taken more than twice a day. Talk to your doctor about the risks and benefits of Advair. If you take Advair, see your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
If it's still having symptoms,
ask your doctor how to help prevent them with Advair.
Get your first prescription free and save on refills.
Advair. Now you know.
Well, St. Patrick's Day may be a week and a half away, but in Pawtucket, the celebrations are already underway. And the bands played on at this annual St. Paddy's Day parade. It's become tradition to ring in this day when everyone is Irish, a wee bit on the early side. Today's parade procession began on Division Street and ended at Pawtucket City Hall. The weather, well, some chalk it up to the luck of the Irish.
Hey, that's cute, but having lived in southern New England for quite some time now, I'm not happy till we're past May, Barb.
I know.
It snowed in May before, even April 1st. Maybe remember April Fool's Day? Yeah, back in the 90s, that was crazy. But 58 degrees today at TF Green Airport, 58 degrees there. Check out what's going on out in Los Angeles, though. Prep's underway for the big Academy Awards tomorrow night. There's been rain. Oscars even wrapped up in plastic. But the good news is the rain showers are supposed to move out of the way tomorrow morning with some sunshine in the afternoon as everyone starts rolling out the red carpet. All right, clear skies after a beautiful day today. Temperatures not really crashing, not a lot of cold air around to work with. Temperature 41, but the air is very dry. Dew point temperature 13, west-northwest winds at 7. Barometric pressure slowly inching up from 29.97. Had a beautiful day in Wakefield. Temperature there 43 on a light west wind at 6 miles per hour. Upper 30s to low 40s across southern New England. 39 in the Vineyard, 37 in New Bedford, 43 in Boston, and no precipitation whatsoever to speak of. Boy, are the weather watchers coming out of the woodwork tonight. Eddie Green, and that's more like it. High of 54 today in Pawtucket. John Kochen, although a beautiful day, his car found a lot of potholes in Lincoln, 40 degrees. South Dartmouth, Jeremy Bethony, spring fever, 39 degrees. And on Twitter, Silva Time checked in a 2-mile walk with her dog Lucy If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, and I can follow you, NBC10_RJ, turn10.com or 455-9138. You can be a weather watcher. Maybe we'll put you on tomorrow night on the 6 o'clock show, so check in about an hour before then. Hard to find a cloud in the sky, just a few fair weather ones. There is an area of low pressure up in Canada that'll swing a few reinforcing cool fronts through the area without incident between now and Wednesday. Meanwhile, it's high pressure over southern Ohio and West Virginia that'll control our weather. Clear night, cool temperatures, not brutally cold. Above average, a sunny, cool start to the day, and another day like we had today is on the way for tomorrow. Sunny, cool temperatures, a little cooler in coastal areas because the ocean water is still in the 30s. So while Providence today was 58, coastal locations only near 50 again tomorrow. Here's one of those reinforcing cool fronts Monday afternoon. So, you know, Tuesday will probably be a few degrees cooler than that. Eventually, though, an area of low pressure. The first one washed away. Second one will swing by here, giving us rain starting Wednesday night. And it looks like it will be rain, although by the time the thing moves out, could have some ice going on next Saturday. But we'll have all week to watch that, and the guidance models are not all on the same page yet. West-northwest winds 10 to 20 on area waters. Waves up to 3 to 5 feet, 20 nautical miles offshore. Clear, cool, dry overnight. 31 Providence, 29 Pasco and Woonsocket, 30 in Warwick, 28 Vineyard Haven, 30 in Hyannis, 33 in Provincetown. Tomorrow, another one spectacular. 53 Fall River, 52 New Bedford, 55 Providence, 48 in Westerly, you know, because the ocean water's cooler there. 52 on Monday, 50 Tuesday, that's still above average, increasing clouds. Wednesday, some rain showers Wednesday night, rain Thursday and Friday. On Saturday, maybe damp, we get a little colder, maybe icy in the afternoon or night, but that's 6 days off.
Right.
And the thing to look forward to for those who like the extra time is next Saturday night, a week from tonight, 2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m. as we turn our clocks ahead, so we'll lose an hour of sleep. But then sunset on Sunday, a week from tomorrow, will be like 6:50, 7:50, 6:50.
6:50, yeah. Well, I'm loving the forecast the next few days.
We'll take it.
And I love the weather watcher Silva time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that.
Last name.
Last name. Thanks.
Probably no relation.
No relation. And still ahead on NBC 10, the URI Rams were looking to gain momentum as they enter the A10 tournament. While it was senior night from the dunk, sports is next with Joe Kayada.
Storm Team 10 reports are brought to you by Tarbox Toyota, Hyundai, and Big Lot.
With the Atlantic 10 tournament set to kick off next Tuesday from the Ryan Center, the URI Rams were looking to end their regular season in style this afternoon with a visit to Umass. Senior leader Keith Cothran. He got things going early on for Rhodey with this nice take to the hoop for the lay-in. URI up 6. What a day it was for the bench. Ben Eves had 10 first-half points, including this long-distance 3-ball. Rhodey up 9, their biggest lead of the day. Then, check out this play. Marquise Jones goes up top to Lamont Ulmer for the sweet alley-oop. Rhodey enters the break up 6. Second-half action, total different story. The Minutemen rally back, eventually taking the lead on this Javon Farrell lay-in. UMass up 2. End of regulation, game tied 67. Ricky Harris gets the floater to fall. Just 3 seconds left. UMass up 2. One last chance for Rhodey. Jones with a long 3, but no, it's off the rim, no good. Rhodey loses 69-67 the final, and will face UMass once again next Tuesday night in the opening round of the A10 tourney from the Ryan Center. Well, it was senior night from the dunk. Team honors the 4 seniors, including Sherrod Curry, before the game. On to the action, Marshawn Brooks keeps things close with this 3-pointer. PC down just 1. But the Pirates go on a 12-2 run, including this 3-ball from Robert Mitchell in the corner, who gets the friendly bounce right there. Friars down 11. And on senior night, Mr. Curry stepped up his game, draining the long 3-pointer. He had 14 first-half points, 19 overall. PC enters the half down 8. Second half, Vincent Council, he had a great game, scoring the first 7 PC points. He had 25 points overall. But the Pirates, just too much. They hold down the fort They win 92-80 was the final. The same two teams will meet up again on Tuesday night at the Big East tournament from New York City. Other college scores. The Brown Bears lost their final game of the season 65-56 to Columbia, while Rhode Island College beat Middlebury tonight 75-59 in the second round of the D3 NCAA tournament. The Anchormen are heading to the Sweet 16. Well, second round of the women's Big East tournament took place today. PC in Syracuse. The Friars were led Johnson native Chelsea Marandola, who had a great afternoon nailing the 3 balls down, but the Lady Friars lose 76-71 was the final. Hockey now. The Providence Bruins were 4-1 losers to Bridgeport tonight, while the Boston Bruins hit the road today for the first time of 7 games on the road. The Bees visited former P. Bruins head coach Scott Gordon, his Islanders. Boston breaks the scoreless tie when Milan Lucic fired to the back of the net, 1-0 black and gold. But the Islanders battle back. Tim Thomas can't hold the puck here. Josh Bailey sneaks in and makes him pay with the power play score, 1-1. Boston comes right back. Miroslav Chatin finds David Krejci, and he lights up the lamp. Bruins take the lead, and they would never look back. Boston wins 3-2 the final. Baseball now. The Boston Red Sox had a split squad doubleheader today. In the early game, the Sox were losers 6-4 to the Rays. As for the second game, the Sox took on the Twins. Free agent acquisition John Lackey made his first start in a Boston uniform. He looked good. He retired all 6 batters he faced, striking out 1. Lackey threw 19 pitches, 11 forced strikes. Red Sox win 9-3 the final.
Felt pretty good. I mean, it's a good place to start from. It's always different when you got to sit down and get back up for that second inning. It was a little bit harder getting loose that second inning as opposed to the first, but yeah, overall felt pretty good, and we'll keep moving forward.
It's good to see out of him. Well, the postseason is heating up for high school sports in the Ocean State. Let's head to Providence, where North Kingstown took on East Providence, D1 quarterfinals, but it was all skippers tonight. Thanks to the great play of Robert Hazard, who finished with 19 points on the evening as North Kingstown wins 61-46 the final. To the end of the Hendricken Mount Pleasant matchup. Game tied 64, 11 seconds left when Hendricken's Brian Vashon looks to pass, but no, he shoots and nails the 3 at the buzzer. Way to go. Hendricken wins 67-64 the final. They keep their hopes for a 7th consecutive state title alive. What a game. D2 quarterfinals. EP taking on Tolman. Tigers down 3 seconds to go when Leanna Fanning follows suit. She hits the 3-pointer, tying things up at 48. So this game goes to overtime. Game tied at 54. Fanning does it again. She drains yet another 3-pointer. Tolman goes on to win 59-56 the final. So very good night for high school sports.
It sure was.
Exciting.
And finally, it turns out to get frogs in the mood. You ready for this? You need to cool them down.
Why would you want to do that?
Researchers at the San Diego Zoo are putting 24 mountain yellow-legged frogs inside a refrigerator. Listen, they hope the 40-degree temperatures will cause them to hibernate. Scientists say in the wild, these frogs tend to get frisky after a long sleep. That's why.
Frog's legs takes on a whole new meaning now.
Yes.
Sunday, beautiful day. Monday, beautiful. Tuesday, beautiful. A little cooler each day. Rain moves in Wednesday night. It looks like rain Thursday, Friday, and wow, we'll be watching this again tomorrow.
Okay, and Saturday Night Live is next. The guy from The Hangover is the host. They do. Yeah, he's pretty funny, Zach.
Happiness begins with a smile. For more than 30 years,